Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to NS9NFT. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, as always, we have Jim Rosati. What is up, Jim?
What's going on? We got baseball back. That's pretty exciting.
That's very
So
exciting.
yeah,
And
I couldn't be happier.
I can't. Well, I could. And I only say that
I,
because I was happier on the day that it happened.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the only difference. It's
that's
crazy
true.
that we waited so long for baseball to finally come together, right? Get the CBA going. It finally happened. Great, great. I was so excited that day. It's like one of the happiest days of my life, it felt like. So
Mm,
oddly enough, like what's it been? 3, 4 days now. Time has passed. And
yeah,
it seems like we're just back to normal.
yeah, back to normal. There's been some pretty crazy deals that have happened, and especially even people in the candy, universe who were in the All Star set or even in the Uncut Diamond set. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about today. Baseball's back, which, like I said, is just huge. Like I said, so, some deals going on, seeing how that may affect some things, and yeah, going from there. So yeah, I'm excited.
This is very exciting news. So, like I said, in the real world, right, as far as baseball will be back, if you're a baseball fan, which I feel like a lot of people in this space are probably baseball fans as well. Like they're not just here to make a buck on candy. Like they're here because they're baseball fans and they want to collect sports collectibles with candy. So you're probably a baseball fan first, and therefore you're happy about that. Secondly, you're obviously in this space because it is candy. You're trying to make a buck, right, or whatnot, like collect some things, and you're excited because like now it's finally at the point where like candy can start doing things. Like they're not worried about the lockout. It's not as if they have to wait for the sides to come together and MLB approve on things or whatnot. Like it's done. The
Hmm.
agreement's
Yep.
here. Therefore, Candy Digital can start doing their MLB stuff. That's also why I'm excited. And I don't know which one weighed more. Like I don't know for you, and I'm going to
Mm.
speak for you, but like, was the baseball aspect of it more important, or not more important, but more exciting, or the candy part more exciting? I don't know. Maybe together they're about even for me, which is odd to say.
Yeah, I think I'm um still gonna go with baseball being back as the most exciting thing. Like it's just I love being able to just watch baseball for 6 hours a night essentially. Starting at 7 o'clock Eastern until I go to sleep. Baseball's on, multiple games are on. It's the best time of the year,
For
best
real.
sport in the world. Yeah.
Yep. And like I said, I mean, I'm a baseball fan. I love baseball. So that aspect of it made me excited, but I'm just so excited about like Candy Digital. I mean, that's a reason why we did this show. So we've been waiting
Mhm.
since October 25th to find out when that next drop is, what the offseason is going to bring. And like now that can be in the past. So again, like the levels of where baseball and like the NFT part of baseball, it's probably baseball here and like the NFT part here. I mean, they're like neck and neck. My
Mhm.
excitement of why baseball's back. But regardless, like it is back, we can go forward. There wasn't. So I'll put it this way: with baseball being back, there's all this rumor about like remember how the winter meetings were. The winter meetings, the week before baseball like went into its
Yeah.
lockout and like the flurry of moves and whatnot. I think there was like some speculation stuff like that might happen. And like you said, there's been crazy stuff, but I wouldn't say it was to that level, at least yet. Maybe we're starting to see that now.
I don't think some of us may have seen. We're seeing some fire sales from some clubs who, I feel really bad for.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Reds fans, because like you wait the entire lockout to come out of it, and then now it's like,
This is what
well,
you waited
can we
for.
go back to the lockout? Yeah,
Right.
can Reds fans were probably happier during the lockout than they are right now, but yeah, but then again, you can't complain if you're like you got big news stories like the Braves trading for Matt Olson, which means they're moving on from Freddie Freeman. And like if you're a Braves fan, how do you feel about that? Freddie Freeman's been a big part of your franchise for, basically a decade now. But you got to be kind of happy about acquiring Matt Olson.
Maybe.
So it's kind of double-edged sword. Yeah.
At least the difference is at least it wasn't just you're not getting Freeman and that's it. Like with the Reds, you just lost your players and that's it. Like you're not getting Freddie Freeman back, but you have Olson. Like that's not terrible.
No, Matt Olson was very good last year.
Yeah, and I have his number 1 cereal. So if you're a Braves fan and you want it,
you do.
Talk to me.
No, a few people who were in the candy drop were traded. So part of that Matt Olson deal, Shea Langoliers, was one of the prospects going back to Oakland, and his legendary just sold pretty recently. So whoever just dropped. Let's see, his legendary sold for $3,175 back in January. So I don't know if the person who bought that is a Braves fan or what, but I don't know if you are. If you are, then now you hold the 1 of 1 for the A's future catcher. It's not the Braves anymore, but so Langolier is kind of that first. I think he's really the first prospect who's been dealt out of these uncut diamonds that I can think of. And then we got the Tatis news too today. So that was just devastating news.
Especially for you, Jim.
He's my dude. Love watching him play. And so we're gonna be without Tatis for about 3 months now, which is just overall it's just sad for the whole sport in general. Like he's somebody that you want to see on the field. He's one of those electric type players, and kind of sucks that we got to go a few more months without him.
Yeah, I mean he really is turning into the face of baseball. Like, and probably in his own words, whether you like it or not, like he is turning into the face of baseball. He's fun. He's electric. He's exciting. Mm-hmm. That's like last year it wasn't good that Mike Trout was out, and this year it's the same thing. Like it's not good for baseball that Fernando Tatis Jr. won't be playing for a good majority of it. Now, at least thankfully, he'll be at the end of the season. Hopefully for the playoffs. So like there's at least, that part. Rather if he's going to be out at the beginning than the end, but 3 months is a big time to be without him. And like, let's talk about that. Like in the sports collectibles, we're like this space right now, right here. Like, what does that mean? Do you foresee that causing some, financial differences in this marketplace, I guess, put it that way.
Yeah. So it's interesting because, we don't really know what it's going to do, like what it's going to do in this space, but in the sports card world, Tatis was one of those guys where, like when he got injured the first time around, it didn't really affect much. Even after his rookie year, there were all those rumors about his back, and the back spasms, but that didn't really affect his prices. When he went down with the shoulder injury a couple times last year, didn't really affect. I think Tatis is kind of in one of those unique situations where, maybe like short term, you may see like a little bit of a difference, but like the long term collectors of Tatis aren't really worried, just because first off, he's still so young, and he's so good that at some point, once he gets on the field, he's going to show everybody just how good he is. And the injuries, have been a concern though. I mean, because this is now the 3rd issue for him, right? I mean, this really wasn't baseball related in any way, but it's really now the 3rd different body part that he's hurt. So it's like we do need to see some consistency out of him soon, where he can put together like a full season, because what he does when he's on the field is ridiculous.
Right.
But from a value standpoint, I don't see it affecting too much overall. Like I said, maybe a little bit of a short-term dip, but I mean, not by a whole lot, I don't think.
Cool. Yeah, good to know. And like that's one thing too, and we'll probably talk a little more about this here in a second. Whether like you're tracking the marketplace, what you consider a dip, where this might go until like things start really picking up here. prices are, I mean, compared to where they were like a month ago, prices look fairly reasonable at this point. So, right. Like, I don't know. Like, does he dip maybe even a little bit longer than maybe the others? Like, does he maybe dip and don't recover as quickly as maybe Trout does, or, Ohtani or such, Vlad, right? When like the season begins, Candy starts pumping up and you see this marketplace start really taking off again. Is that maybe like a concept? Like, does he maybe like drag out a little bit? Or you think
that's a good point? Because, yeah, I guess it depends on what Candy has in store for us, right? So like if Candy's going to be doing like fantasy type things with their NFTs,
good point,
and you're going to have 3 months where Tatis just isn't a part of anything, right? You're going to see more movement on other players than you are Tatis, right? Now then, once Tatis comes back, you'll start seeing him gain some steam. So that is possible. So we haven't really seen like that. We haven't really seen a pump yet, because baseball's back, because, really we still have 3 weeks until opening day, 4 weeks until opening day. So, until we kind of learn more about, how is Candy going to utilize these collectibles throughout the course of the season, we still might not see that much movement. But then once, if there's something in store, which, everything that we've kind of been told is there's something in store, right? They've got stuff in store for us. So as soon as I feel like something's announced where these collectibles have some utility attached to them, then yeah, you're gonna see certain collectibles maybe go up. The Tatises maybe won't be doing that because he won't be playing.
Right.
So
yeah,
we'll have to see.
It's interesting, right? So you know way more on that than I do. That's why I definitely want to ask ask you the question. I think it's a fair question. So cool. Now we do have
it. Yeah, it is.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's something where, like I said, you could definitely see a little bit of a dip. We saw a dip with Acuna collectibles last year. So you could maybe see something similar to that. But like from a long-term standpoint, not really too much of a concern.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, we do have some questions for the third time. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get to your questions. Jim just can't stop talking about Tatis. It's not my fault.
I love him. He's my dude.
So there are some questions in the chat, Jim. I'm stopping you here.
Okay, stop me.
So the very first one, well, this isn't a question, but this is from Dave, also Pirate fan. Do they have? Oh, he talked about the trade set. Yeah. So he goes, your Pirates fans don't feel bad for the Reds or anyone else. So I mean, yes, like we can relate. Like we shouldn't feel bad for the Reds, but it's like when your team is usually the butt of the jokes. Let's put it that way, right? I mean, like perfect example is when I created that Cubs shirt and Yahoo put it out there and shared it, and then we got hammered by all the Cubs fans. I mean, like when you have the chance to gloat and like be, bask in someone's misery, you take that opportunity. So like as Pirates fans, yeah, we're terrible. We suck. The payroll's $37 million. But today we get to gloat on the Reds, and say, look at you guys selling off your team. You're still better than us, but oh well, look at you guys.
Right. What everybody does to us, we get to do to the Reds today.
Yes.
So it's a good feeling to be on the other end of it. I was really saying that just to kind of be nice to some Reds fans. In all reality, I'm loving every second of this because I hate the Reds. So, it's great. It's great, honestly.
Yes. But at least, hey, today, Reds fans, Pirates fans, we all can hate Bob.
That's true. Both of us have a common first name on our owner that we both hate. So.
That's it. Yep. The Bobs.
Yeah.
Shout out to Office Space.
The Bobs.
Hate
the Bobs.
Yes. So Chan says, any thoughts on Nick Gonzalez going deep? First live at bat the other day. Come on, Jim.
I love Nick Gonzalez. Personally, big cardboard collection of Nick Gonzalez. Actually just got a ton of cards back from PSA that were pretty much all Nick Gonzalez. So, and it's nice to see him getting some love on the candy side of things too. But don't sleep on Nick Gonzalez. I mean, his core. I mean, I've seen cores sell for over $80 consistently. his rares are up there around $200. So when it comes to prospects and that uncut diamond set, Nick Gonzalez is kind of holding his own with those other players. So big fan of him. I'm really looking forward to this season with Gonzalez starting in AA. I think you have a possibility of him debuting this year. I think it's probably still slim, but I think there's a chance depending on how his season starts off.
Yeah, like he might get that token O'Neal Cruz, like Roansy Contreras. You get the last series of the season as a token of appreciation, maybe. But right, I don't see him actually debuting for sustained time in MLB this year. But I'm excited for him too. I mean, we talk enough about him on our own Pirate show. Definitely excited for him. Hopefully the injuries past him, he can show what he is. But to reference it to Candy World, I feel as Pirate fans we can relate to this. When it came to the sales at the beginning, it seemed like Brian Reynolds was one of the cheaper ones. Nick Gonzalez was one of the cheaper ones, right? Because, of course, Pirates. But you're right. I feel like Nick Gonzalez has kind of stayed even, which is good because where everyone else is falling and you're seeing their prices drop, it seems like you're saying Nick Gonzalez is kind of staying where he's been this whole time, which now means his value is increasing in that sense. So it's nice seeing him getting some love there in the marketplace in that sense. I'm not buying him. Who did I just buy? I don't even remember. 2 nights ago. Eovaldi. I bought the uncommon Eovaldi for $39. Now, I get it. Yeah. He's a pitcher. But still, that was $39. We're talking about his core, Gonzalez, being at 80 still, when I was picking up his cores at 40 and 50, and so were you at the beginning.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, actually. Gonzalez's cores seem to be going 75. I mean, his last few sales have been 80, 82, 75, 84, 85.
Right.
There is a Nick Gonzalez listed right now for $44.
You mean there was a Nick Gonzalez listed now?
So $44, and then the next lowest is 60. Next lowest is 85. So I mean, there's two Gonzalez's sitting there, before he hits that $85 floor. So if you're listening and you're thinking about picking up a Nick Gonzalez, there's at least one really good priced one sitting there as far as the cores go. So yeah, we'll see how long that one sits there because yeah, that seems like a pretty good deal.
I mean, do I do it to them, Jim?
$44.
Do I do? Oh, it must be gone.
Is it gone?
Did someone do it?
I don't know.
It's not there, but it's not in the sold. I just looked up Gonzalez. I didn't see it. Are you sure you're not looking in sold? Maybe they delisted. Maybe that person's listening to our show and they delisted. It's oh shit.
Maybe.
You said they're going for $80.
That's what it was showing on. Here, let me see.
Maybe they just delisted it because it's not there.
Maybe it got delisted. Yeah, it's. You're right. It's not there anymore.
Because as of right now, his cheapest moment on the site is $84.99.
Okay.
Which is serial 420. So if that means anything to you,
I'm looking on serial 1 and it was showing that 44, but it's long gone.
Okay.
So never mind. Their data must be a little not as refreshed as the site. So
all good though. Hey, that's why you listen. You might get some nuggets and pick up a good sale.
Yeah.
If I don't get to it first. But yeah. So and going back. So by the way, going back to Chance, because there was a comment, right? He made that comment. Someone comes out and says Dave White says Gonzalez is going to be a beast. So Chance comments back and says, agreed. Played with him at New Mexico State University. Unreal work ethic. So shout out Chance.
Nice.
Former teammate. We love him.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, everything you've heard about him, he, good makeup, hard worker, got hurt a little bit last year, which derailed him a little bit at the very beginning of the year, but finished the season super strong. Really good Arizona Fall League.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big Nick Gonzalez guy.
Absolutely. So we have another question. So Matthew Muntner asks, anyone here when paks are coming? Soon.
Muntner, it would be great to know. It'd be great to know the date and time on paks. Unless you have something to announce. If you've got something to announce, by all means. I will say this: the latest announcement in the Discord, the MLB announcements. I think we're both not too big of fans of our old friend Andrew McCutchen going to the Brewers. So
yeah,
that just sucks to see. But another guy who doesn't have a Candy NFT, and I mean he is my favorite baseball player of all time. So as soon as that Andrew McCutchen NFT comes out on Candy, I'm scooping those up. But yeah, as a Brewer though, that kind of sucks.
it does. It just feels dirty. I mean, kudos to him. I mean, you're taking your job where you get it.
Dirty.
It's a good fit. But like, I look at it this way.
It was dirt. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I look at it this way. Like he could have played for any team, other than the Cardinals, Reds, Brewers, Cubs, and we know it wasn't going to be the Reds. So like any team other than them, and I'm cool with it. Like whatever, good for him. But now I got to see him play 19 times a year on the other team. That especially, and like you said, like especially the Brewers. Although I don't know, like if it was the Cubs, even Cardinals, I think it'd be the same. Cardinals might be the worst. If it was the Cardinals, I feel it'd be the worst. I think it would rank Cardinals worst, Brewers second worst, and then Cubs. Because I mean, really, who are the Cubs? They're just terrible too. Muntner, stupid.
I don't even want to think. Like I don't even want to think about him as a Brewer, and I don't want to think about him as any of those other teams. I don't want to think about him as a Philly, let alone. So,
yeah, but like I don't know. Like to me, it's like who cares? It's the Phillies, big deal. This one hits.
They all hit. They all hit me.
As long as
it's real to me.
Doesn't hit when he's playing the Pirates.
Oh, Kutch. I miss you, Kutch.
Oh, so Muntner says he does some good players. Eyeball emojis. I mean, drop it. Let us know. That's what we're here for.
You know what? You know what they need to do with the Andrew McCutchen NFT is the Uncle Larry, where he's like his. That's what we need.
Is he going to bring that to Milwaukee? I hope.
Hopefully they incorporate the Uncle Larry. Well, the Milwaukee's got some pretty sweet jerseys too. So like he was that Uncle Larry in the powder blue Phillies jerseys.
Yep.
Milwaukee's got the powder blue too. So I don't know. We'll see.
I do.
I feel like Uncle
Milwaukee's
Larry
jerseys.
I feel like Uncle Larry doesn't play as well in Milwaukee as it does Philly, but
we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Muntner also says he's going to put one into the Bay his first game back. Imagine thinking Pittsburgh is on a bay. What a dummy.
Yeah. There's no bays on rivers.
The 3 Bay City. That's what you get for not dropping us any information. But no, so going back, so we do have again, Chase has he says thoughts on Stott 1-1 going for 4,700. You'd actually just brought that up before the show talking about it.
Yeah. Well, and was actually kind of similar. So Bryson Stott was Nick Gonzalez's double play partner in the Arizona Fall League this past year. So Stott and Gonzalez got a lot of time together. I think the Phillies were looking to acquire some talent this offseason, and pretty much everybody from what I've seen is asking for Bryson Stott. Phillies, I think, are being smart not trading him as of yet. Because I mean, another guy though tore up the Arizona Fall League, so we'll see how he does this year. But
is he just like a late bloomer? Is that what he's gonna basically be? I mean, not like late, but I'm just saying like it just.
Well, I mean, he's on a little bit different boat. He was a 2019 draft pick.
We know that's
and like that's one
we talked about that draft.
And we've talked about that draft before, and it's just if you were a college hitter in that 2019 draft, like you got drafted, then your first full season in the minors just didn't exist, right? So it's like you're now 23 years old playing your first full season last year, which is what Stott was doing, and he performed really well, made it all the way up to AAA. So it's one of those things where that 2019 draft is just weird, because those college hitters they missed out on a whole year of us seeing them. Whereas if Bryson Stott would have played in 2020, maybe Stott isn't thought of as a late bloomer, right? I mean, he's 24 right now, but maybe he would have
Not
been in
his
this
fault.
position. Yeah, he would have been in this position last year as opposed to now. So it's just a weird dilemma with that 2019 draft. As I feel real bad for those college picks from that 2019 draft because I just feel like they're just never going to get prospect love. When in all reality, there's some pretty good players from that draft.
Right.
The high school players still are getting love, like the Riley Greens and the CJ Abrams, those guys from that draft. Everybody loves them. The college guys, though, just they're 24, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And
yeah,
so maybe it's a goodbye, right? He's not getting a whole lot of love right now. No one really knows him. He didn't have those opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes his debut this year and he takes off. Maybe invest in some Stotts.
Yeah, $4,700 for that Bryson Stott. So from what I can tell, there was another prospect that sold earlier this week, Francisco Alvarez.
Yes,
catcher for the Mets. He went for $9,000. That was Saturday. So Alvarez is one of one, and behind Adley, could probably say that Francisco Alvarez is the best catching prospect in the minors. Like I said, behind Adley. There's some good catchers right now in the minors, but Alvarez is up there. Yeah, we had some really big one-of-one sales last week.
How about that big one?
Yeah, I mean,
oddly enough,
Brandon Crawford, $25K. I mean, coming off his best season as a major leaguer, veteran guy, always had a great glove, but last year the bat was as good as the glove, right? And so when he put that together with the glove, he ended up with a really, really good season. And then the best pitcher that we have in the candy world in Major League Baseball, Jacob deGrom, also went for $22,000. So yeah, deGrom $22K, Crawford $25K, Alvarez $9K. So yeah, some big one-of-ones last week.
Yeah, that's like really shocking to me. And someone put it in a good perspective too. Like the thing is that 25, 22, maybe in a few years from now, like you're looking at this and saying it's about right, like based on sales. But like in today's climate, what sales are going for, like when the Ohtani goes for $100,000,
yeah,
Crawford goes for 25, right? And like you're talking about all these other players. I mean, we've seen what just happened last week. Oh God, who was it? Maybe it was Cole. It was Garrett Cole, which again I understand pitcher.
Yeah,
but right, like Garrett Cole went for just under $6,000, right? Wasn't it like 5.9? If I'm
69.69.
Oh, okay, so right under 7.
Yeah,
of course.
right under 7.
So okay, it's Garrett Cole. He goes right under 7,000, and then his brother-in-law goes for 25,000. I'm not
good point.
Quite sure how that one's valued that much more. You know what I mean? So, but like in reality, it's not the fault that like he went for that much. But I just feel like I don't know. It's odd that like it just spiked out of nowhere, and it spiked because it was Brandon Crawford that went. Albeit baseball was back, and I think that triggered a lot of people to think like, oh boy, because I shit you not, Jim. And if you watched it, anyone else, I mean, legendaries were just going up, right, and left. So yeah. I think that was like maybe it's go time. Like this went for 25,000. There's baseball back, right? DeGrom goes for 22, and you just saw things going up, right, and left, and I'm not quite sure if that was really correlating with the marketplace. To talk about it in its entirety right now, I think it was getting a lot of people hopeful. I think a lot of people thought baseball's back. Things are going to pick up now. And I don't think we're really quite seeing it. Like, as a matter of fact, when you look at floors with Serial 1 right now, they really haven't changed since the last week that we spoke. With the prospects, $2,300, which I think is actually more. I think last week when we said it, just going off the top of my head, I think we said 2,100. And then the All-Star floors at 84. Yeah. So they really haven't changed. But it seems like, at least what I'm seeing, right? No actual data to back this up. Just the eye test. The analytics are out of here. Like it doesn't seem as things are going for price at all, or maybe even close to it. I think you're seeing more desperation now. Like we actually are witnessing Mike Trout's being listed for like $850. Like it's almost absurd to think that he was
Yeah.
listing for under 1,000, and now like the floor right now I think is like 1050, 1100, but you'll see him pop up for 850 in a buy, 900 in a buy, and that just wasn't happening before. Again, like I just bought, and they're going right and left. It seems like the Eovaldi uncommon for $40. Like we're not even talking about core anymore. We're talking about uncommon. So it does seem like prices are dropping even further right now for the ones that are getting desperate, and that's what's being bought up. So I don't know if we're really seeing a correlation of baseball being back and the marketplace taking off by any means.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to, because we still are kind of limited to just these two sets, right? The All Stars and the Uncut Diamonds. Like the people who are collecting, and that they're, and the ones who are holding and they're in this for the long haul, like they already like made their plays, right? Like if you wanted to complete the sets, or get who you wanted, it's already been done. So what you're seeing now, I feel like, is there aren't a lot of just like normal floor purchases being made, right? Like no one's just going to the marketplace and saying, you know what, I'm going to buy Mookie Betts today, right? And they're typing in Mookie Betts, and then they're just buying the cheapest Mookie Betts. Like I don't think we're seeing a lot of that right now. What you're seeing is, Mookie Betts has a floor right now of $299 on his core, which is, no, I need to get it's so low.
Jim's about to be that person he just said that you're not finding.
I need to just type in Mookie Betts. No, but what you're seeing though, like, is Mookie Betts is sitting at a $300 floor rate, but someone who lists a Mookie Betts well below that, just looking to move it and cashing out, those are getting scooped up. Like people are scooping up the good deals, I feel like. Whereas like the floors are still kind of maintaining, because like you mentioned, looking at the floor numbers from this week to last week, we're not seeing much of a movement. So I think that's kind of just the position where we're in. Once we hear more, like I said, I'm excited for the season to start, to kind of see what Candy has in store for to add value to these things, some sort of utility. Because once that happens, then you're going to see more movement on this stuff, on like a day-to-day basis.
Totally agree.
As well as having a new drop. So,
and like I'm a good example.
We need more packs. Yeah.
Even though I'm kicking myself for not waiting even more, because these are, I mean, I was buying them at floor at 3,000. Now floors are like 23. So I could have waited more, but like I'm a good example of that. I saw that floor on such and such was $200, but I wasn't buying for 200. I was just chilling, waiting. I was just looking for value. I knew I needed a complete set, and I was waiting for something to go like well under what floor was and buy it there. And that's like you said, I think that's exactly what everyone's doing for the most part. If you want something, like right now, you want Betts. You're looking at Betts, seeing the floor is 300, going, "Oh my God, that's so cheap." But I'm still not buying it for 300. Like in your mind, you know how cheap that is, and you know what great value that is. But you yourself are saying, "But I'm going to sit back and wait till someone posts for 250. Then I'll scoop that up."
Yeah.
So, yep, I think that's definitely what you're seeing, and unfortunately, you're probably just going to see that until like you really start seeing, Candy doing the MLB drops, the marketing coming. We're seeing the influx of people, like more excitement, more stuff out there to buy. I feel like for the most part, everyone's got what they want. You've had 2 months now to do it. So you've pretty much gotten what you've wanted. So if there's really any purchase right now, it's because just the value is just too good to pass up.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing.
Right. Jeff G, when jersey utility? Man, if I knew, I want to know. Tell me when jersey utility is. They're still not dropping anything on that.
Yeah.
Which they don't do.
I mean, the one thing, I guess the one thing that has been said is you can burn it for an NFT, or some sort of future baseball NFT product. But yeah, utility, I don't know. I don't know how that'll work down the road.
Right. And I'm through with
We'll
our
see.
speculation. We've spent months on speculation. I'm tired of speculating. Yeah. Let's go, Candy. We're getting in that spot. We're getting that spot where things are coming and we don't have to speculate anymore. We can actually talk about what has happened and transpired. Oh,
I really hope. I mean, I really hope it's March 14th right now, and our next show is March 21st. I really hope we have a drop to talk about. Like I want there to be a baseball drop to be talked about. I want like a checklist or something. Like, give me a checklist. Oh God. When Wander.
And that's like the thing. We have no idea how they're doing drops, what they'll be, like any special dates. Like, there's nothing yet. I'm just so anxious. But again, the first step is through. We just need a baseball back. It's here. So all we do now is know that it's coming, and our ears are listening. When we hear, we'll tell you, but you'll probably hear and know at the same time, probably before the show airs. So,
right.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. As far as baseball goes, yeah, lots of moves happening. Sure, many more. Like we were talking about the 21st. I'm sure there's gonna be a plethora of more moves. We'll be talking about other players that are in the candy drop so far, where they've gone to and such, what the effects are. So yeah,
I'm trying to think if there's been any. Chris Bassett was another one. I think he was the first one. Chris Bassett to the Mets.
Yep. And he posted a picture like hours before saying how hard it is. Like, this is the hardest moment of spring training. It's like a picture of his daughter, like leaving. Yeah. She has all the A's gear on. And it was like 2 hours later, it was like, oh, you're a Met now.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the hardest part. Now
that's hard.
Really leaving your daughter behind.
Yeah. Nelson Cruz, another one who we thought was retired. I guess now that there's an NLDH, he was like, there's going to be a lot more teams interested in me, which makes me more valuable. So he's now a Washington National. So another candy NFT guy there.
And he couldn't just let Tom Brady live in his bask in his glory. He had to upstage Tom Brady, that Nelson Cruz.
That's what it is. Yeah. I did notice the Jesse Winker 1/1 is for sale right now. So, if there's any Mariners fans out there who are super excited about the Jesse Winker trade, Jesse Winker legendary 1/1 is $9,000 currently, which if you don't know Jesse Winker, you don't know much about him. One of the best dudes in baseball. Great guy. I know a lot of people who got to know him pretty well while he was here in Louisville for the Reds AAA team, and really, really good person. So I can't say nice enough things about Jesse Winker. So if you're a Mariners fan with $9,000, you can get a Jesse Winker 1/1.
He gets the Rosanny stamp, the mark of approval, the mark of niceness.
There you go. Yes. Awesome dude.
Nice.
And he's pretty good too.
I mean, he is pretty good. Only about a 3-WAR player. Yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Not at all.
Nope. And then we have Bucko Mike, who wants to also once again wish you a happy 52nd birthday, Jim.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Bucko Mike. Yeah. What's funny is like John Parado tweeted that out, which I'm fairly certain that's like the 4th or 5th time John Parado has wished me happy birthday this year.
Right.
So I think he has to know that like it's not real. I mean, John follows me. John knows me. So
and let alone how many times Bucko Mike asks him to tell someone happy birthday, and it's always like the most ridiculous thing. So like if he doesn't know that part, it's just here's Bucko Mike again asking me to wish someone birthday.
Yeah. So thank you, John Parado, for the 52nd birthday wish. But then what was funny is like 3 other people were like, "It's your birthday?" And I'm like, "No, it is not. It is not my birthday. Do I look like I'm 52?"
Right.
First off,
but no. See you next quarter so you can wish me a happy birthday again.
Right.
Yes. So I'll tell you what. So I think that kind of wraps up our baseball talk for the day, right? I mean, we can talk forever, but for the show,
can talk it forever. So yeah, for show purposes, that'll do it.
Awesome. Yeah. So I guess what we'll do here, this maybe can transition a little bit into like what our announcement was, because we did have an announcement that's coming this week, and we'll tease it a little bit right now. So with that, right, I'm gonna say, so Jeff G has a more or less a comment. because NFL All Day News dropping tomorrow, right? We also the Patrick Mahomes video, right? Commercial, more or less. So there is something dropped. There's something going on with NFL All Day. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to speculate because speculation is just dumb anymore. Because you hear anything and everything. I mean, we've already heard how many NFT projects Disney's buying, right? So, like, I'm not even going to entertain any speculation what tomorrow is. But we do know that NFL All Day is doing something. Tops 2022 S1 soon, right? So things are coming, boys, he says. So, with that said, so I guess, like I said, to kind of tease our announcement, what you're going to find. So we are going to make an announcement this week. There's going to be some changes with our show, right? And as NS9NFT as it is, as an entirety. So we're still going to be NS9NFT, right? This is still all NS9NFT. But what you're going to find is in the short future, this show will be called something else. Jim and I will be talking candy still, as always. But what you are going to find is we're not talking about NFL all day, NBA Top Shot, UFC, like whatever. Like this is going to be strictly candy. We are going to have, this is the teaser I'll give, right? We are going to have another show that will be talking NBA, NFL, basically the dapper stuff. Put it that way. So still NFT, right? Still sports collectibles, but we will be doing just the candy stuff. There will be another show talking about all the other stuff. So, and I say that too because I feel like you witnessed it. Like we're talking about this, and it's like, okay, guys, well, we're done with the candy stuff. We're gonna open up our Top Shot packs, and everyone's like, "Oh, dapper," and they leave. So, so
Right. So now we'll have a separate show, which I don't believe either of us are going to be on. I don't know if we can say that.
right. I mean, we can.
We want to, yeah. So we are DiNardo and I are going to be focusing strictly on candy, and then there will be another show with other people talking about the dapper stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Bucko Mike says the show should be called Canceled or To Be Determined.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the NFT show to be named later.
Yes.
So yeah, so there's the news, but right to his point about NFL all day. I have no idea what it is, but I'm excited. I mean, the fact that Patrick Mahomes was in it, it's just like it was like some random NFL player. I mean, you got like the face of the NBA. I mean, this is like equivalent NBA, NFL. I would say it's like equivalent to like Kevin Durant, right? His involvement with NBA Top Shot. So what a get, I would say. Hopefully there's excitement. I don't know what it is. I will say this. I hope it's not like 250,000 NFT, like Dwayne Wade NFTs that get influxed into the community.
Yeah. Right.
I hope
where everybody they because what Top Shot was like, for $9 you get this and you can buy 5 of them, and then every single person on the platform bought 5, and so now there's 250,000 Dwayne Wade moments out there.
Yeah, and
everybody has 5
$2 now,
and they're like $2 a piece.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, none of that. I don't want any of that.
Good call. I hope it's not that. But I am interested to see. So moving on from there, another cool thing about the 21st is that's going to be the third of the 3 Sweet Futures drops with Chet Holmgren. So that we'll be talking about next week. That's the big drop. Now there was one today, and I know you got one core, right?
I got the Johnny Davis core. Yeah. And the reason why I got Johnny Davis is because he's a guard. He's projected, I think, 7th overall pick. So he was Keegan Murray also is projected pretty high too, like top 10, but Keegan Murray's not a guard. So I was like, let's just go Johnny Davis. But yeah, Johnny Davis from Wisconsin, Keegan Murray from Iowa, and then JD Davidson from Alabama. So we're the 3 today. It does look like, by the way, that there are still epics available and rares available for all 3.
Nothing has sold out.
Yeah, nothing has sold out yet there. The cores I know are in, the at least the 200s last time I checked, maybe higher now. I haven't seen. Let me see if there's any updated numbers that I have. I'm not seeing anything. So, but But yeah, none of those are sold out, and I'm actually a little surprised on the Johnny Davis because he is a guard. He's a really good guard, and he's going to be drafted pretty high. So I think like, and it was weird like with Duran selling out so quickly. I guess he just had like a ton of hype around him, which is the reason why he sold out last week.
I mean,
But
he
like
might
Johnny
have
Davis
had the
is
Gary V pump behind him.
he had the Gary V pump behind him, but like Johnny Davis is just as good. And he's a guard. So like when you're talking like next level type of stuff, people are probably going to be talking more about Johnny Davis than Jalen Duran. But who am I? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking
Who are you, Jim? You dumb. Yep. So, and you got I mean, no, I won't lie. You didn't get a decent cereal, but it was better than mine.
No. Well, I got on right at 11:30 this morning, trying to get a good cereal for Davis, and my candy balance was too low. I was like $1 short to pay for candy balance, so then I had to go do the card. I had to do the CVV code. I must have punched in the wrong code because it didn't go through, so I had to do it again, and then I ended up with the number 71 cereal. So
yeah,
not as good as last week. I'm gonna have to be on the ball next week though for Chet for sure.
Yeah, I apparently really have to be as well because you sent me the cereal. You texted me and said, right, number 71, whatever it was. And I responded with a word that I really probably shouldn't say right now on the show. Because I forgot to give myself some backup. I was out of it like this whole week. I haven't been as active, involved, seeing things, right? So I was all prepared for noon. Like in my mind, I was at work, right? I was prepared for noon. I actually had a meeting at noon. So I knew like when I was gonna get the reminder for the meeting, that was my candy reminder. So I was ready to go at noon. And then you text me about your cereal. And that's why I was like, what? It's only 11:30. Oh shoot. I bought that damn Sweet Futures college football so I could get in this early drop that I forgot about. So I forgot all about it. I ended up buying them. I did get all three as I'm going to because why not? And my collection, yeah. So for Johnny Davis, I got 90. For Keegan Murray, I got 93. And JD Davison, I got 64. So it is what it is. I mean, it's still early access. It's not like any of them were triple digits. It's still 2 digits. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to get something better than those. But oh well. Next week's the one. I'm not forgetting next week.
Yeah, next week's the big one. But I mean, even like I'm looking at like the lower number cores, and I mean Murray, Davis, like I'm seeing sales that are over mint price, so that's all good.
Yeah.
I mean number 73. I'm 71. Number 73 sold for $34.
Oh.
So
well, yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to go back and look at my Durham because I'm like, wait, if that's going for that here.
Yeah, I might put that up for that and then buy another one, and then I just made $12 after fees.
Right. And now you'll have some candy balance for the next drop.
Well, my candy balance, I've got some candy balance hitting tomorrow.
Oh, so okay. So then you'll really be good. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, the second of the 3 dropped today. There's still all of them available, as mentioned. So if you want to get epic, you want to get a rare, they're there. Next week is the big one. There's just going to be 2. So the first week and second week, there was 3 players. Next week will just be 2. It's going to be the headline. It's Chet. I would anticipate, no financial advice or anything, but I would anticipate this one selling out and probably selling out rather quickly. So if you do want to get a rare or an epic, I would get in there as quickly as possible. Cores obviously are, it's open mint. So get there quickly to get a good cereal though. But not before me or Jim.
Yeah, I next week I 100% plan on, I'll say getting an early core, hopefully selling it, getting another core to keep, and then getting a rare. That's probably what I'll be going for next week.
I haven't made up my mind if I want a rare or an epic. But I'll like the same play. I'm definitely getting a core and then one of those two. Like this is the guy. If I'm getting everyone's core, but this is the one I'm definitely going to get another level of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
nice. So as far as candy, I guess, what else? Anything else we have before I open my all day pack and pull some big L's?
I think that's all. Like I said, just huge news with the CBA because, like I said, we went into pretty much some detail last week about how they were still going to go forward with new baseball drops without a CBA, but now that there is a CBA, we can see marketing, like full scale marketing by MLB, the players. So we should hopefully, I'm really looking forward to seeing like what all Candy has in store to bring in some new users to the platform now that baseball's back.
Right. I'm 100% with you. Like it is, it's go time. Now there isn't like the excuses, more or less. There's not outside circumstances. Yeah, it definitely hindered a lot, I'm sure. I think a lot of us anticipated or likely was a lockout, but maybe not as long as it was. And unfortunately, it did last 100 days. So it's here. All we can do is look forward now, and I am excited. So with that said,
same.
For the very last time, here's the last part of our candy segment. We will transition into NBA all day, NBA Top Shot, NFL all day. But I don't think we have a whole lot there either. It's like you said, I don't know if I have any packs in Top Shot to open because we did get in the drops, but we need them for the challenges. So, right, the All-Stars, which we did fairly well in.
Yeah, we picked up, I did, let's see, 4 of the elite packs last week and pulled 2 rares. So super happy about that. And then I was airdropped a standard pack. So I didn't buy any standard packs, but I was able to get those elite packs. And then let's say finished the the fresh threads set there. So we already opened those so that we could complete that challenge for fresh threads. And then the challenges last week were the Top Shot's got a new way of doing these flash challenges now, it seems, where there's like a rookie way to do it, and then there's a veteran way to do it. And the veteran way have been pretty difficult so far. I haven't done any of the veteran ones like from last week. I was able to do some of the rookie ones. So I mean, I've got Series 2 base set packs kind of that I'm storing. But yeah, I don't have anything to open this week because I sat out all day. I wasn't really a fan of the checklist on the week 17 packs. So I didn't, I've got nothing to open. So this is all you.
Well, then I guess I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. They have gotten harder in that sense. And even last night, I didn't get either of them because I forget which rookie was needed. And I wasn't paying like the $40 premium on top of it to get him. So I just didn't.
Yeah. Last night you needed 2 Scotty Barnes, which, I had 1, but like I wasn't going to buy a second one. And then
I would have. That's the one. I would have bought another one because I looked at his history and it didn't change. So like I probably could have bought it and sold it for the same value. That one I would have bought. It was the other one.
Okay. The Trey Jones.
Yes.
You needed the Trey Jones debut, which was like, I know when I looked, it was like $70 or $80. And I was like, I'm not paying that for a Series 2 pack.
That's what it was last night. Yep. And I looked at history, and like Friday night, I guess was like when you knew he had to be in it. Apparently, I'm assuming because again, I wasn't really paying attention. His stuff did get up to like $110. So I feel bad for those people, not the ones that sold it.
Yeah,
kudos to you. But I saw beforehand, before all that, they were selling for like $30, $40. So that's why I was like, no, I'm not gonna, not for a pack, not for a pack. But I do have 8. I have 10 total packs of base sets, 1 WNBA. Didn't get anything, but it's cool. No big deal. It almost feels to me, it was nice getting a break, if that makes sense. Like not having to pay attention too much. But I did get a LaMelo rare. That was one. So I got 4 of the elite packs, and then I got 5 standard ones. They all did very well. Like I said, I got a Jimmy Butler and LaMelo. LaMelo sold for like $200. Butler is still available. So like I said, did pretty well with that. I do have an all day pack. So like you said, I guess we will open that up. I wasn't too thrilled either. I just got the standard. Actually, I'm afraid.
I can't see your screen, by the way.
No, I'm bringing it up. It's not. Yeah, it's not being shared.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
But no, actually, I'm nervous now. Did I get any in this drop? I did.
I think you did. I thought you did.
Yeah, because it was a week before it was in Tampa that Friday. Okay, this one I got the one standard. The week before I didn't get any. Like you.
Yeah.
Right. So you went 2
Yeah,
weeks
I haven't
in a
had
row.
all day.
Right?
No. They had 2 drops 2 weeks ago. And so I got in the first one and not the second. So they've had 3 drops in the last 2 weeks. All day.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
They did like back-to-back days or they did different weeks.
It was like Tuesday and then Thursday or something, or Wednesday. I forget. But yeah. Or Wednesday and Friday maybe. You're right. Oh, well. Okay. So I should have 1 pack. Let's get to it. That's right. It's going to take a while to open this up now. But right. I wasn't too thrilled either. It was one of those situations where it's like, all right, I'm getting a pack. Like if there's packs, I'll get a pack if I can. But I wasn't going to invest the $250 for the elite. Not for this one or the premium pack. So I'll roll the dice
when I was
standard.
Yeah. When I was looking at this checklist, I just wasn't like a huge fan. Like there weren't any quarterbacks, I felt like. So yeah, I was like, I'll wait.
And you know what it was too?
I'm not sure.
Last week, or I should say last week, but the week before, when we both hit rares and stuff, but they were just like terrible. Yeah. I just felt dirty after that. I was like, because then I was like degenerating. I knew then too that was a terrible pack. But I'm like, I'm doing it. Let's screw it. Let's do it.
Doing it anyways.
And we got rares, and they were just awful.
we have seen. I mean, I know with mine, I have seen them go up a little bit though. So like I'm seeing some all day moments going up a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. Like that Tyler Lockett rare that I pulled, it was like $80 when I pulled it, and it's over 100 now.
Yes,
and that's even without a quarterback. His quarterback left.
A couple things I want to talk. So one of them is the LaMelo. I think you did the same thing. You gave me the idea, so I think you did the same thing. But I sold the LaMelo, and I took some of that to buy the Joe Burrow debut for like $90 at the time.
That's exactly what I did with one of my rares. Yep.
You're the one who brought it up. So I'm like, that's a smart play. So I did that. But I want to bring up something else. We can talk about this. This is the last time we were really talking about this on the show. So let's do it. Again, we talked about Nelson Cruz taking away Tom Brady's big day of coming back from retirement. Wow. What implications did that have? And I feel like I was directly also involved with it. And now I'm very excited what happened. His last touchdown went from what, $1,800 to $700?
Yeah, it's back up a little bit now. I think it's up to 8. It's at 864. But
still not 1,700 or 1,800 or whatever it was.
Yeah. No, it's kind of crazy.
But that was the thing. This is Tom. Like this is the beginning. This is the introduction of NFL all day. This is the first moments he's having, and then this is also the last moments he's having.
It got up there. Like there's some of these things sold for some pretty good money. Yeah, like it, but yeah, it's back down below 1,000 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was again like that was just the thing. Like this is the Tom Brady year, right? Like when you talk about Top Shot, it seems like there's been every year there's like a new guy that comes out. It's like that's the face of Top Shot now. His moments are big, and like LeBron's always that guy. But like it seems like Tom Brady's that dude right now because it's his last year. He's going to retire. This is his first and last moments. It's very limited. This is all you're going to find in NFL all day. So to the moon for Tom Brady, and then he says, "I'm back." And now it's like, well, this ain't it anymore. It's going to be more Tom Brady. So we don't need all this hype. So again, go back to me. I got that Tampa Bay legendary moment. And I was so pissed because it doesn't say Tom Brady. Because if it said Tom Brady, to the moon. But it says Tampa Bay offense, and who knows what's going to go for it. I'm playing around the prices, and mine sold for $6,400. And again, part of me is a little uneasy because it's like, I'll take the $6,400. Like, I was excited, but there's still that part of you
sure
that's like, but did I truly need it today? Where maybe if I waited a little bit, it does go to 10,000, right? Like, should have I just waited? Now I'm like, well, damn it, I'm so happy I sold that because it's not Tom Brady. Like it's like the other things. Maybe that thing's going now for 2,000, 3,000 because no one's looking at it as this is a legendary Tom Brady moment. You know, like I know it doesn't say it, but that's basically what it is. So yeah, I'm so excited now. Like when I heard that news, like almost instantly, that's what I thought. I was like, oh shit. Thank God I sold that.
Yeah, no, that in that moment, I just looked it up here. It's been going still around the same price. So most of the sales are anywhere between 5,500 and 70.
Well, I don't think any has gone since that announcement though. That's the thing. So I don't know like what
right.
buying
Nothing sold
now.
Since
right.
Nothing sold since yesterday. Yeah.
So I'm interested in what the next sale, how much that's going to be. I'm either going to be really, really excited or maybe pissed off because I did see, like you mentioned, someone did buy one for $7,500 the other day. I was like, damn it, that's a whole $1,000 more than I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but you gotta be happy with what you got.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So here's the pack. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Series 1, week 18.
Good luck. Good luck.
Oh, another rare.
There we go. We've been having some good luck. We just need it to be a good rare this time.
I was gonna say, figuratively speaking, yeah, like we've been getting good luck on getting rares.
Yeah.
It's just we've had terrible luck on what the rares are.
Just no Rashad Penny, please.
Yes. Drew Lock. Seattle.
There you go. Just recently traded Drew Lock.
Where's all my Seahawk fans? Seahawk
That's
fans.
a nice run though.
Feeling the same pain as Reds fans right now?
Ooh, yeah, maybe. I would be so upset if I had Russell Wilson on my team and they traded him away. I would be so mad.
And now you don't. It's like we had a Russell Wilson, but now we don't.
Right. Yeah.
And like for no reason at all, just because we decided we're gonna trade him.
Just because.
Cameron Sutton.
Interception. That was like the game sealing pick, wasn't it? Like that was like they were driving at the end of the game. I think
might
that's
have
what
been.
that was.
Terrible quarterback.
Todd Hundley.
Behind another terrible quarterback.
Can we say when All Day starts releasing these earlier year ones, I am going to go all in for some Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson All Day debut. Lamar All Day debut. I mean, I have to get it.
He's going to be your spider.
He's going to be my spider. Yeah.
I didn't think about that because you're right. It's not there yet. Oh boy. Here's the rare. It needs to be a good one, Jim.
All right. Come on.
Serial number 1. 221. Minnesota Vikings. Patrick Peterson. Oh well. It's a rare.
Yeah. You made money that pack probably. Like that's probably here. I'll look it up for you.
Is it a touchdown too? At least it's a touchdown.
Peterson.
It's a really good moment.
So it is $50.
Hey, no loss.
There you go. Pays for your pack right there.
And I'll hold this. Like the serial is not low enough where it's like, let me flip it and buy back in.
Right.
So I'll hold this. I mean, again, like I said, I think I said before, I'm holding everything. Well, I say that. I mean, yeah, I sold the legendary, but I don't get anything amazing like that. I'm holding it.
But that's something where like that makes sense. But I haven't sold any All Day yet. I have a I have a duplicate Devin Singletary that I have available that I have listed, but other than that, that's all I've got.
I sold. It was the one rare that I pulled that was terrible, and I forget who it was. I think it was a tight end, but it was serial number 187. So it was like a very, very low serial. So that's why I sold it. I ended up selling it for like 100 bucks, I think, or something like that. 100 something. So
Yeah.
you know, that's the only one I sold so far. Well, and then the legendary. But of the common, of the normal, for the poor people, that's the one I sold.
Yeah, like I haven't sold my Rashad Penny rare. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna sell that for like $50.
That's how I feel. And you don't know like what challenges coming up. I mean,
right. Yeah. It's Rashad Penny though.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you just don't. You might need that for whatever reason. So
right.
And if not, it'd probably be worth more next year, anyways, or the year after.
Just because.
Yeah. That's hopefully the play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Cool.
All right. Well, there is that. Still a win.
I think you gotta be happy. You gotta be happy with that.
Right.
Based off of what was available in that pack. Like there wasn't a lot of good stuff in that pack. So yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you could easily lost money on this one. So the fact that we broke even, and again, the other pack that wasn't. Well, no, I take that back. That pack was loaded, and we didn't hit any of the good stuff in it. So I guess for this week, you can't really expect much more. I'm happy at least breaking even. But I guess we'll answer this question. It might be the last time we really do. So Jeff G does says, how are you approaching all day? Any strategy? I just, if there's a pack, I'm buying. The only difference is, again, like that premium. If it looks like this past week or the week before, that there's really not a whole lot really in there worth getting, I'll probably pass on the premium. But I'll get in every standard I can get. And again, I'm just simply holding. Now, I'm also buying on the marketplace. Not a ton. I've pretty much bought up every quarterback. And I don't know, just like a piece here or there. Rookies.
Yeah. I mean, I took my. I said I feel like I won big last week on Top Shot, so I took the money that I sold my 2 rares that I pulled. I got the Joe Burrow debut. Earlier, I bought the Mac Jones triple badge debut.
Yeah. How much did you get that for?
I'm mostly
like 70, right?
I think
or 90.
I think I paid 90 for it, and it's worth 90 basically right now. But I feel like that's a decent one to have. Yeah, I mean, my all-day strategy is I did not get in the standard pack drop last week. So if it's a bad looking pack, like I'm staying out. If it's a good looking pack and there's some quarterbacks in there and there's some debuts, I'll join those. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this offseason goes with the drops there. Like if they do another one of those like rookie and Pro Bowl packs too, like definitely getting in on that. Or like the playoff moments. So we'll see.
I still can't get over.
I don't really have a strategy though. Yeah.
Right. Now I was gonna say, I still can't get over how people were like bad mouthing the Pro Bowl pack. That was like one of the most negative week I feel like I've seen in all day. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? This is amazing. And fine, like don't get it. Secure my spot there. So, and he says, yeah, Jeff does say badges are the move. And I agree. Again, like I look at this is series 1. Like you're not going to get the debut badges anymore. I feel everything right now is undervalued to some degree, much more. And so yeah, that's kind of my play. Like I feel like quarterbacks. I mean, you've given me this information, right? Skill players, quarterbacks. Like I get all the quarterbacks. I might not have gotten all of their debuts. I did get the Burrow debut, but I at least want to get every quarterback because, again, like in a year or two, we're talking about $20. Like I got Russell Wilson for $40, I think, maybe less. I forget which one his. Like Mac Jones for $20.
Right.
Like I got the other Burrow for just under $30. So it's like I just can't believe how cheap. Again, to me, I think, cheap some of these things are. So like I'm just scooping them up.
Yeah, I think the one that I'm missing that I would like to get, oh, there's a couple. Like I'd like to grab that triple badge Jamar Chase um rookie. It's around 150 right now. And then like as far as quarterbacks go, so I picked up Burrow, but I'd like to also get like Josh Allen, the Josh Allen debut. That's around $100 right now. So those guys, like those young quarterbacks who are going to be the face of the NFL for the foreseeable future. The Mahomes debut probably a little bit out of my price range. I think it's a rare.
I think that's a rare.
So probably pass on that unless I hit it in a pack. But yeah, those young stud quarterbacks, I'm trying to load up on those debuts.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yep. And then so Jesse says, I don't know anything about NFTs, but this seems fun. It is. And if you have an addictive personality, it could also be dangerous. Coming from experience.
Yeah, especially like when you're like real deep in on a Top Shot flash challenge.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, you really want the reward, and like you've got 8 out of the 9, and the 9th one is like you probably shouldn't buy it, but you do anyways, just so you can do it. Yeah.
Total degen move.
It's fun though.
Right.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yep. So I mean,
I can't wait to do this for baseball though. So that's what I'm most excited.
100%. And what I was gonna say is yeah, like you might not know, but if you want, I mean, just follow. We'll be on every week. Just listen. You might find yourself, having interest and get into it. And yeah, so Jeff G does say agree with all those names. Kyle Pitts rare rookie is a must for me. I do have a Kyle Pitts, but not a rare.
Is there Kyle Pitts rookie? Does that even exist? Yeah, I guess it does.
It would have to, right?
Yeah. It's the legendary though. Is that the one? Or just the rare rookie. Okay. Yeah, it's like $145 right now.
You mean debut?
The Kyle Pitts rare. No, the Kyle Pitts rare rookie.
Oh.
His debut was a legendary. It's $3,200.
So not getting that one. That one is not a must for me.
No, not for me either.
Sounds good. Well, yeah. So
cool.
Once again, we'll wrap this up. Once again, we'll be back. Still, it'll be a different name per se hearing from us, but still NS9NFT. We'll be talking just strictly candy. But it doesn't mean we won't talk about this on that other show. If we're on that show, which we will be, of course, at some point, but it's not our show per se. So tune in. This week we'll drop the bomb, let you know what's happening. But I guess until then, we'll see y'all later. So bye-bye.
See you guys.